Welcome to Beyond Freemasonry. I am your host, Kevin Tate, and today's episode we will be going over the Bible verse of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, which describes the infirmities of age. According to Jewish tradition, this book was written by King Solomon as a book of contemplation and his own personal self-reflection. So what do the lines of the Bible verse Ecclesiastes 12 tell us? What I am talking about is what is the prayer that is given during the Master Mason ritual. Verse number 1 says, "Remember now thy Creator in thy youth." This alludes to the fact that as we grow older, each of us remembers the glorious days of our youth, when all things were possible. This is speaking of our youth, alluding to an entered apprentice. Verse 2, manhood or fellowcraft. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened. This refers to the fact that as we grow older, our eyes begin to fail. Also an allegory to remembering back to the time when life looked bright with promise, before the twilight years and sunset years of our lives. Nor the clouds return after the rain. Refers to rest and recuperation take longer as we age. Verse 3, age, or Master Mason. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, refers to no longer being able to take care of yourself, when the arms and hands do not work very well. And the strong men shall bow themselves, refers to the body's degeneration process and the inability to physically walk without stooping. And the grinders cease because they are few, refers to the loss of teeth. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, refers to failing eyesight. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, refers to no longer being able to hear the noisiness of life due to deafness. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, refers to the aged people being unable to sleep and arising early. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low, refers to changes in the vocal cords which change and bring about a coarser and less melodious quality to the voice. Verse 5, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, refers to elderly people become unfamiliar with the speed of which the world changes. Also, as we become older, Our reflex speed decreases, and things that we once tackled with abandon, we are now more cautious to attempt. And the almond tree shall flourish. Almond trees have large, delicate, snow-white blossoms. Figuratively, this means that our hair turns to white. And the grasshopper shall be a burden. When we are young, hope springs eternal. The grasshoppers that plague the farmers were something to be dealt with by completely replanting the field, as a young man can withstand a total loss and look forward to the hope of the following seasons. However, due to his decreased energies, an elderly farmer would find that the loss of an entire year's harvest to be a devastating loss, and the elderly farmer would not look upon the same issue as lightly as when he was a youth. And desire shall fail. The dreams which take a long time to come to fruition are not as desirous in the elderly as in the youth, because they know they do not have the time to learn and work them to obtain the desired results. The gradual decrease in physical desire also diminishes in both male and female. Verse 6, or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken. This alludes to the loosed silver cord is believed to denote the spinal column, or therefore the physical infirmity of age. The golden bowl is believed to denote the brain and the gradual decline of mental powers, which in dotage is described as senility. Or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, having a desire to urinate but being unable to do so. Or the wheel broken at the cistern. The body contains all its blood. The cistern is full, but the heart's pumping action ceases. Verse 7, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. This last portion of the Masonic degree verse refers to ashes, dust to dust, which are still the words voiced when we enter or bury our dead. While this Master Mason third degree Masonic verse may seem unduly depressing to some, as it describes the deterioration of each individual part of the body, it actually describes our journey through life and makes us ponder on our choices. While it describes the deterioration of our physical temple and the passages of time which happen to each of us, we must remember that our ending is the same as our beginning. The Lord created us, gave us his commandments of law, and it is to him that we return, which is the final triumph, the one treasure in life that cannot be taken away. I thank you for joining us today, and I hope you got something out of this video. I ask you to like this video, share this video with those who you know would benefit from it, which should be everyone. And I ask you to please take a look at this video over and over again to instill the meaning of what is being said. I thank you again, and thank you for listening to Beyond Freemasonry.